Hey out there in YouTube land, it's Friday, TGIF. Not thank God it's Friday, you know that. Thank God I'm free. Thank God we're free, right? So I'm over here at the Union Beach House. The painting is almost done. A little slower than anticipated. However, it's coming out amazing. I love the colors. The light gray with the white trim is clean, it's crisp, it's neutral, but it's still like, let me move into the house. In all fairness to the painter, it's gone slower than anticipated, but in all fairness, I didn't give her an end date to be done by, and I may have even insinuated that it was no big rush. And I think the reason why is Diane wanted me to list it like as soon as possible, which probably makes sense, get it on the market as soon as possible. However, in the back of my mind, I had like a first week of March as the list date. I don't know, there's something about March with spring right around the corner. I think maybe might be more buyers out there. So anyway, it's the 18th today. So I have, I don't know, 2 weeks before I get this out on the market. After the painter finishes, you know, there's little stuff. There's blinds to put up. I got to still do the basement. I got to clean out the basement, clean that thing up, make sure everything is good down there. I got to do the attic. I got to clean out all the crap in the attic. Robbie has been doing the outside. Let me show you what's in the dumpster. So this is the master bedroom. To really get a good idea of how much of a transformation this is, you'd have to look back to when I got this house back and how disgusting this whole house was, but the master bedroom was really bad. So there's the dumpster. Robbie's been putting everything from the backyard and the sheds in the dumpster. So that's just from the outside, and Robbie's not done yet. He's doing an amazing job. I'm so glad he's doing that. I know it's got to be kind of a pain in the butt picking stuff out of the ground and going through those sheds and everything. So shout out to you, Robbie, for doing that. I might have to get another dumpster because I got to clean out the attic and the basement still. I haven't made a video this week up until now because I've been like kind of immersed in tax prep. Tax prep? Who wants to hear about tax prep? That's so boring. That's not exciting. Show us some renovations. Believe me, I was not looking forward to tax prep. So I met with an accountant in person. Up until this time, I've used accountants over the internet as well as the phone, but we never really met in person. But I knew that I should probably have an accountant on my team. It would be important. This year, I think I found one. So I met with one, told me what he needed. I think we hit it off. So I went home and started preparing. And for some reason, I got into it. Like, sunk my teeth into that. I'm not going to try to sell you guys on the fact that taxes are exciting. However, when the things apply to you where you could save money and make money, it's kind of exciting. With real estate investing, and I've made so many videos where I don't like to say that I'm trying to sell you guys on buying investment properties. However, it's real close to me trying to tell you guys you should. The reason being is because I don't know of another way that someone can get wealthy or get onto a path of being wealthy without real estate. If you come from money, that's a whole different story. But if you're like me, you came from nothing, real estate's the way to go. Why am I all pumped up? I told Diane last night she gets home from work. Poor Diane. I mean, once she comes home from work, like I'm all like, I got everything inside. And I said, so first of all, I cooked a nice dinner, and we sat there and we ate. And now I'm waiting until I get my, and I said, hey, can you believe I'm all jacked up on taxes? She like, kind of like rolls her eyes. Well, here's why. With real estate and all the benefits that I've talked about in the 300 videos that I put together, I'll tell you about the appreciation of the properties, the tenants paying your mortgage, which means your mortgage is going down. And then I touched upon tax benefits, but I didn't dive into that. Well, now, with me doing the tax preparation for this accountant, I could see it in black and white. So this is wall right here with the vanity over there. I built this out when I first bought the property 2.5 years ago. I had to because I had to eat up some of the dining room space because Before that, the toilet was in with the bathtub. I don't even know how they did that with the vanity and the toilet in there in that little spot. So now I think it's much more practical. It's not optimal as far as, layout, but it's so much more practical. You still got space to put a dining room table in here. So if it was up to me and I had more time, I didn't have my hands in the rentals that I have on a daily basis, as well as the investing side with the paperwork and, dealing with this and dealing with that, I'd probably make more videos, and the videos would be feel-good kind of videos, like motivational videos. Maybe somebody out there is like deciding on whether or not to make a move in a job or something like that, and maybe I could say something that maybe sends them in a direction that they've been thinking about, like not telling somebody what to do, but maybe telling them from my own experience how these things could really pan out and be really beneficial. And then they get off watching the video, They get done watching the video and maybe they feel a little bit better. Man, that would make my day. And that's why I gotta tell you guys a little bit more about taxes. I felt stupid when I went over to the accountant and I brought my last year's tax returns, 110 pages. He pointed out some forms that he wanted the profit and loss in that format, Schedule E. And when I looked at the first Schedule E, the first page I look at the tax returns from last year, I noticed that there's a number in there that's wrong from the previous accountants, and it was not to my favor. So when I saw that, man, I felt stupid. I paid somebody $3,200 to do my taxes last year, and they didn't even use all the numbers correctly, so that at the end of the year, we wound up paying last year, owing money. But when I saw that form, I was like, what's on my mind? I mean, this is my business, and I didn't even spend any time looking at the taxes to make sure they were done right. In all fairness, 110 pages, and we know that we do not like doing taxes. So I'm giving myself a little leeway there. But it did make me start thinking, well, this isn't something that I like to do, but I got to do it. So when I went home, I started putting the profit and losses together, and I started looking at videos on YouTube. How many videos, you ask? A lot. I must have watched 10 hours. If you want, get onto YouTube and put down benefits of real estate investing, taxes, or something like that, and you'd come up with all kinds of accountants. Some of them are definitely looking kind of slick, they're younger and they're hip and stuff like that. But it's really hard to make taxes look sexy or exciting. However, and I wrote this in the comment to these two guys. I forget what their names were, but they were not exciting guys. However, they gave some awesome info. And I wrote in the comment section, which, by the way, if you guys want, write in the comments. Give me a thumbs up or something like that. Right in the comments, I said, this stuff is not exciting, usually. However, if it applies to you and saving or making thousands of dollars, all of a sudden, it's so exciting. So here's what I want to talk to you guys about. I have made the videos about why I think real estate investing is the way to go, especially if you come from nothing compared to the stock market. I think real estate blows it out of the water. So many different reasons to get into real estate that I know from experience how beneficial it is. And taxes are just like the cherry on top. Is that what it's called? Cherry on top? So the government gives you an incentive to buy property with the write-offs that you're allowed to use. The losses that you have on rental properties can offset other income that you have. I'm considered a real estate professional because this is all I do. There's a couple things that you have to qualify or be qualified in order to be a real estate professional to get all the benefits. But even if you're not, if you're a passive investor, you still get great benefits. But when I saw that I'm going to be able to recapture Diane's W-2 income taxes, then it became kind of exciting. So you can have a profit on your rentals with positive cash flow, and actually on paper, legally, completely legally, you could claim a loss. Not only not pay any taxes on the rental income that you got coming in, but offset your spouse's income so that you reduce your tax burden on that side. Holy cow, Harry, you said tax burden? I got questions from my accountant. I'm meeting with him next week because I kept like coming across questions. And I gotta tell you, I sounded like I was an accountant with some of the questions, like depreciation. Harry, I'm gonna shut this off if you keep talking about taxes. I gotta tell you. Depreciation is something that the government allows you on paper to depreciate a property over 27 and a half years. This is exciting. A property is appreciating in today's market like 10% per year. Historically speaking, 3%. So the property is appreciating, and yet you can depreciate the property for tax benefits and write that off. Blows my mind. Now, I don't watch the news, like I've said to you guys. But I did watch one of these videos with the accountants, and they mentioned Trump's tax returns, and then I guess he must have made millions of dollars and yet only paid $600 in federal taxes. Completely legal. That's how he did it. I mean, I'm talking small potatoes here with having, seven properties plus our primary residence, and Trump's got skyscrapers and stuff. He's able to offset his income with the losses on his properties and pay $600 in federal taxes. That's amazing. Now, I know that some people out there might be like, that's not fair. You know, I made $100,000 and I paid $24,000 in federal taxes last year. If you did, you really got to go to another accountant because you need to get some money back there. But anyway, you know what I mean. Somebody could say that's not fair. Well, I'm not here to debate that. Maybe that's fair, maybe that's not fair. But if that's how it is, why not start doing it that way? So, taxes. So I know there's someone out there, probably a friend of mine looking at the video, and he's saying this. Hey, Harry, I tell you what, you keep on making videos about taxes, I'm not watching them. Listen, he's a friend of mine, so I can make fun of him. He knows I love him. I don't want to make videos about taxes. However, I feel obligated to tell you guys about another benefit of investing in real estate. If you haven't noticed, I think there's been like a common theme in the videos that I make, and they are, real estate investing has changed my life. Is that too dramatic? I don't think so. Coming from nothing and having something substantial. I'm not saying I'm up there with the big guys or anything like that. I'm just saying that I started with zero, and I got quite a bit now, and I am so grateful. Not only am I grateful, I want everybody else to have it. There's enough out there for everyone. There's so much out there for us. So when I come across another benefit of real estate investing, like taxes, look, I gotta share it with you guys. If the government gives us incentives to buy real estate, why fight it? Why not go along with it, right? All right, so I probably won't mention taxes again. The next time I mention taxes is going to be at the end of the year, not the end of the year, when I get my tax returns done. And I went from owing money last year because I used accountants that weren't really on my side. They didn't have my back. They weren't on my team. To actually being involved this year and also having an accountant that's on my team. And I'll tell you the difference between how much I owed last year compared to how much I got back this year. Who knows? Maybe I'll review last year's tax returns too. Have an amazing weekend.